I had been told all my life from my fellow clansmen that witches were creatures consumed in hate, mortals who had pacts with the devil in order to wield unimaginable power. It was them who had hunted the sanguis bat to extinction, and it was them who were attempting to do the same to us.
They use our blood for their rituals,
My mother explained.
They took almost all of my siblings for that, and there was nothing my father could do to protect us. I would have been taken too and killed, had it not been for Bastian.
Bastian, I repeated. My mother smiled, but her eyes glittered with unshed tears. I regretted the question immediately. No child wants to see their mother cry. She didn't, however. Instead, she pointed at the eldest portrait in her line, a teenage boy.
My eldest brother, Bastian. It was just me and him left. He never let me out of his sight. But then one day, a witch found us herself. She had a powerful spell that binded me to her. She wasn't strong enough to bind my brother at the same time, but she had a wooden stake, and she threatened to drain me right then and there.
The words paused then, my mother taking in a sharp breath. I looked at her, squeezing the fabric of her skirt encouragingly. It must have worked because she continued.
My brother offered a trade, him as a blood slave, since he would be sticking in age soon, in exchange for my life and well-being. She took it.
Blood slave? I repeated, the words like night terrors spilling from my mouth.
Much more expensive than vampire blood. Witches dream of keeping a vampire in their home to drain as necessary. It is better to be dead than to be consigned to such a life.
Is he, your brother, is he still alive? I asked. My mother shrugged.
I can only hope his suffering ended long ago.
She closed the book then, letting it sit on the floor as she collected herself. I helped by putting the book back in the trunk. I was scared of knowing anything more. I wanted to lock the trunk away and the sadness it held. My mother smiled at me.
I did not want you to be taken. Things have gotten better. The vampire hunters are much less brazen. But I could not take any chances.